Hello, it's Elaine Mitchell here, and welcome to Return to Self Day 3. So, how are you all doing after yesterday when we had to download that document and write our internal dialogue? The words that we hear ourselves saying, the words that we acknowledge as our truth, and the words that don't serve us, basically. They don't do us any good because we believe them even though they don't serve. We believe them when we're telling ourselves that we're not good enough, that we're useless at that we're always X, Y, Z. So hopefully you got a lot from that experience. If you didn't do that exercise, then you do need to go back, because not only is it obviously on day 2, but it's also a very powerful exercise that is going to work in conjunction with today's exercise. So it does need to be done. So today's exercise, we've got two activities for you that join into one basically and give you a strengthened outlook, building on from Monday, Tuesday, building on to today. So by Friday, you're going to be feeling much more positive. You're going to have a better feeling of self-worth, and you're going to feel stronger about yourself. So today is all about the words that do not serve, all about the stories that we tell each other, tell ourselves, that we then reflect to the outside world. And when we've got that internal dialogue of I'm not good enough, or I don't deserve X, Y, Z, or I'm not clever enough for that, and when we've got that sort of dialogue going on, even if we pretend and we put on our big girl knickers and we pretend that we are worth it and that we are good enough and everything, because our core being is not sending that out, because our essence is not sending that message out, people around us will treat us as if we are not good enough, as if we are not worthy, as if we are not clever enough, as if we don't deserve to be in that job or doing something. That is how the world acts. Because we don't give ourselves that self-respect, that self-love, then no one else will, because we don't allow it. It's a basic law of the universe, basic universal law. So what we're going to do today is you're going to use the document from yesterday. Now, if you printed it off, and when you printed it off, you also put some positive stuff in there, amazing, brilliant, well done. But we're focusing on the negatives from that side. So if your document was predominantly negative, not good enough, not worthy, not all that sort of thing, you always do X, Y, Z, or always procrastinating, if that's the case, you probably need to go back and do the exercise. then that is what we're going to work on today. So your piece of the paper that I've got the negative information on there, you're going to get that out. And what we're going to do is you're going to do a little bit of a burning ceremony. So hopefully it's beautiful weather. If not, then get yourself in a shelter or something, but you do need to be outside for this. Get yourself an old plant pot and a lighter of some sort, either matches or, you know, the clicky lighters. I'm sure you'll be able to sort that out. And then what you're going to do is you are going to read your document again. You're going to see if you'll need to add anything to it. So if you've had other ideas percolating, other ideas coming forward, then put those words down. And I think you probably have, because whenever I do exercises like this, it's like when you're having an argument, you go, oh, and another thing, and another thing. Why didn't I think of that? So you'll have more things to add in. So add them in, write them down. And it's not a problem if it makes you feel a bit blah. It's not a problem at all, because we're going to get rid of that. So write them all down. You've got your piece of paper, you've got your document, and then what we're going to do is we're going to delete it. We're going to delete it, rescind it, get rid of it. Everything that was on that piece of paper, you delete and uncreate. And that is what you're going to say when you do the burning. So we're going to get rid of it, and we're going to also use a physical manifestation of getting rid of it. We're burning it, we're getting rid, but we're also going to vocalize it as well. And what that will do is, because our eyes are seeing the burning and our brain is being told it's burning, we're also going to double that down, if you like, with a dialogue. So what we're going to say is, everything I was on that paper, I delete and uncreate. Everything I was on that paper, I burn and uncreate. Everything I was on that paper, I delete and uncreate. I'm going to write that down for you. So it's going to be on the document. So that is going to be there. So get your piece of paper, go outside, set it on fire, light it, pop it in an old plant pot. If you don't want to hold it, I'm not brave enough to hold it, so I always stick them in an old plant pot and watch it burn. And as you watch it burn, everything about this document I delete and uncreate. Everything about this document I delete and uncreate. Everything about this paper I burn and uncreate. And then you let it go. And then after you watch it until it's burnt away. And then once it's burnt away, you might want to stand and spend some time contemplating. You might want to take yourself somewhere else and spend some time on your own and just feel the difference in your energies. Because you should feel lighter, you will feel lighter, you will feel brighter, and you will have had an internal shift because you have seen, you have told, and you have visualized, and you feel that emotion of that negativity going. So you will begin to feel different. It's amazingly powerful. It's quite emotional. It is absolutely fine if you get emotional and you cry. It is absolutely fine if you laugh. Because sometimes we do, we'll like look and we'll think, oh my gosh, them words, why have we hung on to that for so long? And we laugh about the situation. So you may well get a broad spectrum of emotions as you carry out this exercise, but it is so worth it, believe me. So everything about all the negativity from yesterday, we've deleted and uncreated, which means we can have a fresh start. However, sometimes we are that used to those stories, or we are that used to putting ourselves down, we continue with it. So number 3 task for you is, and mentioned this on the introduction video, is that you need a tool, and this tool is going to be with you for a long time, at least for the next 3 days, and I would say you'll probably need it for a little bit longer as well, but at least for the next 3 days until we finish on the day. And this is what you need. You need an elastic band, or you need a hair bubble. Mine's a hair bubble. My daughter's got massively long hair, so they're all over the house. So hair bubble, pop it on your non-dominant hand. So it's going on my left hand because I'm right-handed. And then what you do is every time, remember what I said to you at the beginning of the week, we're stepping into being mindful and we're catching ourselves. So every time you catch yourself being negative about yourself or a situation, because none of it serves, every time you catch yourself saying something either in here, in your head, or out of here, every time you say something, you twang your band. So I'm not good enough, twang your band, and give it a good old twang, because you need to be able to feel that the reason you're using your non-dominant hand is your dominant hand is stronger, so you're going to give yourself a good bit of welly there. The reason you're doing that is it will help you to snap out of it. It will help you to change your thought process. So whatever negative thought you twang, you then jump to the opposite one. You just jump straight across to the opposite thought. So I'm not good enough, I am good enough. I can't do this, I can do this, or I can learn to do this, or I can develop skills to do this. All that sort of thing can help you to change your negative internal dialogue. It's amazing. It is, I swear by this as being the best ever self-development tool in the universe. Most underused one, but the best one. So pop it on your non-dominant hand. I want you guys to take photographs of your burning ceremonies, of your elastic band, your hair bubble, whatever it is, on your wrist, and pop it in the Facebook group. And let's have a brilliant celebration with regards to us releasing, deleting, and uncreating those negative thoughts that we've had for so long. And if you think, yeah, I've had them that long, I've got to keep hold of them. No, you've not. Because how long do you want to live? Do you want to live for another 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years? I do. I certainly do. So I do not want to live for those 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years with the same shiz going on it there. I want to be positive. I want to have belief in myself. I want to be able to think, yeah, I've got this. Because do you know what? I have. And I want you guys to feel exactly the same. So if you get that negative thought, twang your band and be able to get out of it. 3 tasks for today, as usual, your power of 3. Number 1, obviously, your gratitudes for yourself and for your whole situation and your reflection in the evening. Number 2 is your burning ceremony. So powerful. Please, please don't miss this out. It's so powerful. And number 3 is twang your band. 3 very simple but very, very powerful tools for you to take forward and use today. I've put a bonus in the email, which is a blog which is all about twanging your band. So I shall see you all very soon, tomorrow indeed. And don't forget, hop over to the Inspiring Women group, post your photographs, and I'll see you on a live later. Bye, much love.